Everyone knows the common courtesy this time of year, right? You see someone and tell them, Happy Easter. Well, just in case you think it's some pithy throwaway greeting, let me share what I mean when I say it. Happy doesn't even begin to describe what I feel when I think of Easter. Because this is not just some ho-hum, run-of-the-mill, sun comes up and sun goes down kind of day with an insignificant historical footnote attached to it. This is not some day that's dedicated to chocolate eggs or the bunnies that lay them. So sure, wear your khaki pants or sundresses if you want. But just know that's not what Easter is truly about. You see, Easter is the day that followed after the most shameful of days. You know the day we told God, thanks, but no thanks. The day we told God that we didn't like who he was because he didn't fit inside the nice little box we had created for him. We found God all right. We found him and dressed him up like some doll so we could mock, whip, and execute him. Yeah, on that day, we decided to nail love to a tree. Or maybe we wouldn't have been the people that did that to him. No. Maybe we were in the other camp. You know, the ones that scurried like mice to the dark corners of the earth, afraid for our pitiful lives, abandoning our weak faith in a moment's notice. And so for 3 days, we hid ourselves like Adam and Eve, ashamed at what we had done and who we had become, still dead in our sins and hopeless for our souls. So forgive me for feeling joyful when the earth trembled a couple of days later, because that first Easter changed everything. For on the other side of the worst man-made horror film that we had ever created came an empty tomb, and the only day in history that made any of our other days worth living. On Easter, Christ was resurrected, meaning that I too am resurrected, and no longer a slave to my sin. Joy has come, hope has returned. Thus I crawl out from the darkness of my life, and I stand with pride in the light, declaring that I was a fool that no longer has to be foolish. I was a sinner that is no longer condemned. I was heading for destruction till God plucked me from despair. And sure, there's no word in any language that could adequately convey what I'm feeling this day. But as I think about it, with a smile on my face, maybe happy is as close as you can get to describing Easter. So there you go. It's a much longer version of the greeting for sure, but please understand that this is what I mean every time when I say Happy Easter.